Oh hi, my nose is massive. It's back, lads. Do you want the best player on the game? I said, do you want the best player on the game? Bin off Ronaldo, get D-Money, get all the D-Monies. So if you guys want the best place to buy your coins on the internet, then go over to u7buy.com, use code Vizeh at checkout for a cheeky little discount, guys. And yeah, with that said, enjoy the video. What even is this cover? Honestly, like, it looks like an album cover. What is going on here, man? What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to another video on my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the entirety of the, I guess, July launch and review and reveal trailer of FIFA 21. Now, if you know me, I'm not an EA game changer. I'm a FIFA YouTuber and a football YouTuber, and I like football and FIFA quite a bit. So I'm going to go and brutally review the entire launch of the July reveal trailer of FIFA 21. Now, of course, there's going to be some more information in August, but they have released quite a lot of information here, which I feel like is useful to look at. And you guys have been asking me for my thoughts and opinions. If you don't know why I'm so late on this, it was in fact my birthday on the 23rd. I was out in Prague. If you are on my socials, Twitter, Instagram, both are official Vizeh, then you would have known that I was away for my birthday. I best see a bunch of happy birthday comments. I best see that, otherwise I'll cry. Okay, thank you. So there's two things. One thing being the actual trailer, and one being the website detailing all about new features and whatever else. I'm not going to be biased here. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, I can't wait. If I see something that I will give them credit for, that I will give EA credit for. If I see something which I think is a bit half-arsed and, you know, not really giving us what we really want or what we really expected, then I will say it straight up. And also let me know down below in comments, what is your thoughts about FIFA 21? And I'll give my verdict right at the end. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's go. So this is the entire reveal trailer with Mbappe, and it's pretty much a massive wank fest over Mbappe and the four main teams which is in FIFA 21, which are licensed, so PSG, Dortmund, Liverpool, all them lot. But I will pause on a few screenshots which I feel like is important, gives a bit of a leak or something. So the first screenshot of a leak on the game is Volta. Yay. We love Volta, don't we? Volta squads, and as you can see right there, boom, invite friends. That is incredible. It is incredible, man. And it says invite friends, which you can invite your friends and play them online with Volta, which is all we've ever wanted, EA. So for that, I'll give you one W for that alone, because all we've wanted, EA, is just to play with our friends on Volta, and you've given us that. So for that alone, I'll give you a W for that, okay? Because most people are kind of confused, thinking, wait, but you wanted FIFA Street, so they gave it you, but you're still not happy with it. Because people who may not even really play FIFA or not care that much, they have a go at people who may stuff like this, like Volta's not really that enjoyable, and they could be like, wait, but EA gave you FIFA Street, but if you play FIFA Street and Volta, it really isn't the same thing. The best way I could describe it is, imagine playing a game of FIFA but in a corridor, in which where you move left to right seems really rigid and not really agile at all. That pretty much is what Volta is like if you play it. Yeah, more things about Paris, and yes, Mbappe, and yes, there's women and men, because women play football as well, which is also in the game. Happy days, we love equality here. And here's the actual footage of apparently FIFA 21, but it does look pretty much the exact same. People may say it looks the exact same, but to be fair, graphics is already very, very good. I care more about the gameplay than the graphics, so there's that. And here we go. This is a career mode simulation, which is just like what it used to be back in FIFA 07, and that is one of their ways of bringing back an old feature into the new game. We will go into this in very specific detail later on, which is basically saying there's going to be a foot co-op mode where you and your friend can go play foot together. And coming up, this is in fact the brand new pack animation, which you can tell because that's a bit different right there. The way the screen comes up, the walls are a bit different. It has a very similar style to last year's, which I don't mind that much, because, like, you know, it's only a pack animation really, and hey, at least it's nothing that's too dramatic to understand like what previous years were. And you can tell right there an actual icon, the icon card design, which it looks a bit more detailed to last year's, a bit like more darker shades on it. So that's interesting if you care about card designs. And another feature, which is the replay/rewind feature. Now, the way that I can understand this is that, imagine it like F1, where let's say you crash into a wall and you lose your wing, you can rewind back in time before you actually went to the corner where you crashed. So I presume this is for career mode, or like for like single player modes, where like you can actually like rewind, like let's say you missed a one-on-one or a header or a big chance, or you just conceded the goal. I guess that you can rewind that, which I don't think anyone ever really asked for this. I kind of wish they were more of a theatre mode sort of thing than
I'll rewind. Hopefully that isn't there as well, because it kind of takes away the actual, important chances of the games if you just rewind it. But okay, that's how I can understand this, because it does seem quite similar to what I think it would be in the game. So that is the reveal trailer. Nothing too intense, nothing too detailed, but it did give us quite a few, little glimpses here and there of a few features. Now let's go actually in depth into those features now, shall we? Gameplay. Now, I really don't really care about the kind of stuff, like, it's just buzzwords, it's just things that no one really cares about that much, like a new agile dribbling system, faster footwork gives you more control, which sounds cool, and I really hope that is actually a proper thing in the actual game. I really hope it is. It's just, I don't really care about this kind of stuff until I actually really see it and play the game myself. Raises the importance of positional awareness, which is cool, but we literally saw these same things being said last year and even before that. Creative runs gives you new options of influencing your team's movement of the ball, which is cool, but again, we've seen the same things last year, the year before that, which we had many issues with gameplay and the actual intelligence of the AI. So again, until I play the game, I won't have any real opinions on this, because it's just typical buzzwords that will get people excited, which is it's just marketing really. I'm not gonna give them a for this. It's just it's just words. I want to actually properly see it and then play it. Then I understand what they really mean. Maybe it is better. I really hope it is better. People seem to think that like I don't want the game to be good because then it'll make me right. Like please, I'll love you to prove me wrong. Please do. And I really want to play this game in August or September and be like, wow, this is fun. I would want nothing more but for that. For some reason, if you're not like one of these sort of guys, it's like yeah, then you must be like a guy which just hopes the game shit. I really want it to be really good, and I really want them to prove me wrong here. It's just that we've gone through the same thing for 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years, that I now don't know if I should trust them anymore. Now, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see career mode, okay? Career mode is what I kind of really care about here. So, the main feature that they are really offering for career mode is a match sim, an interactive match simulation. Jump in and out of matches. You can actually go into the game, just like what it was like back in FIFA 07 to influence the course of the action. So if you're losing 3-2 and you're in the 70th minute, you can jump in the game, you can play the rest of the match, which is really cool. And we've been asking for many years, and I'll give EA credit for bringing this back, because it is a cool feature in which we've always missed. Don't know why they took it out in the first place, but it's great to see them bring it back out. Formations and tactics and match instructions and substitutions, which is again really cool. And that seems like it's really it for the simulation. With a revamped growth system, turning right backs into right wingers, defensive midfielders into centre backs, and more to fill gaps in your team, and monitor player attribute changes during training to see how your squad is progressing, which I really like that. I really like that, but of course I want to see it. I want to see some graphs. I want to see the actual stats that go up and down, fluctuating based on the fact if they're doing well in training or they're doing poorly, or they're playing well in the game and playing not. Get more insights of your squad's performance levels with match sharpness, just like Football Manager. Plan your team's training schedule with a new activity management system. Decide when to train and when to rest during the week as you balance your players' sharpness with morale and fitness to make the difference between winning and losing, which is fantastic, and I'll give you a round of applause for that, because that is really, really important training, which is great, and I really hope that they go more in depth in that. My verdict on this really is that I appreciate that there's some things there which, is nice in the game, and I do appreciate that. Again, for me, it just feels like there's some things which I feel like is missing in an actual experience of being a football manager. Like, there's still no staff around you. There's still no training facilities that you can possibly improve from what it says in here. From what I can see, there's no improvement or anything about that at all. There's still no way that you can create your own club, which I still feel like is massively missing here. It looks like there's no improvement at all when it comes to the actual pro player career mode. That looks like it's just the same as always. So they have brought back at least one thing from the old FIFA, which we've always wanted, which is the simulation, which is cool. So I'll give them a round of applause for that, and I do appreciate them that they're making that effort to at least bring something back, which was in FIFA. So thank you, EA, for that, I guess. And it will be cool. It is a nice little feature, and I'm sure that it'll be appreciated, and that I'm sure that could help out. That it could make it a bit better of experience and a bit more realistic experience. Of course, I understand that these things take time, to make new stuff kind of stuff. So of course, I'm not expecting all that to be done at once. I just feel like there's a balance, and that we shouldn't celebrate a kind of minor feature which really isn't fundamental to the game. Like, an interactive match sim is like a cool feature, like a side feature, but it shouldn't be really the first thing they say is, yo, you can now do this with Sims, which is cool if you're into that sort of thing. But for me, I still feel like staff and facilities and upgrading stadiums and, create your own club, I think that will still make a much bigger difference to your experience than this. But I can still appreciate it. That's my honest opinion about this, man. Now, for me, FPT doesn't need much change to it. I don't think it was by far like the one place that needed the least amount of change, I feel. I still can't believe that that's the Ultimate Edition. Like the main one and the Champions, that's kind of cool, I guess. Like, I get the vibe. It's just the Ultimate, it just doesn't look right. It looks cool, but for how big this game is, I guess it's only for the Ultimate, I guess. It's not the main one at least, but like, it just, again, it looks out of place. It really does. Anyway, that's my brutal thoughts about FIFA 21, and please, I don't want to be too negative. Like, people may think that I'm just being like, anti for the sake of being anti, but I'm not. I just know what EA are like. I feel like because I know that they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation which has millions and millions of pounds made from this one game alone each year because of the community. I guess that my expectations is higher than what some other people's are, because I know what they actually have at their disposal. So that's why I still feel like, they can do better, and I really hope that they prove me wrong, and that's all I ever want them to do, so prove me wrong. If you made it to the end, then you're an absolute beast, and thank you all for your birthday messages on Instagram or Twitter and all the good stuff. I appreciate it, man. And yeah, man, thank you for watching. My name is Vizeh. I'll see you next time.